Brondes brothers managed to do.
I'd read a book when I got out of college on how 5 men became millionaires, and they all did it by being different. They went into a standard business, a standard industry, and did things in a different way, something very, very different that people would remember. So I thought if we go on television and we do something really crazy and really hokey and kind of burlesque and fun, that maybe people would remember us.
You don't always run across dealers like the Brondes boys, right, Brother Don?
Right, Brother Phil. We're using our heads to save you money.
And I remember we had 2 telephone lines at the dealership. They were seldom ever used because we didn't do a lot of business. In a matter of 1 week, we had 30 lines that we had to introduce into the dealership because we had so many people calling and complaining about our advertising. And then other people were calling because they wanted to buy cars, and before that, nobody was calling hardly at all. So we realized it was successful.
I'm Phil Brondes. I'll sell this new Fairlane hardtop for only $22.95.
Hold it, little bro.
Oh, yeah. My own brother can't beat $22.95.
Phil Brondes' ads were pretty good at getting the brothers noticed. But one day, Don had an idea that turned out to be the Brondes' biggest break.
My brother Don Brondes is the one that thought of the idea of busting the windshields and finally convinced me that we should try it. And so we tried it. It was very successful, and it's lived with us all these years, and probably everywhere I go they think there's that crazy guy that used to bust windshields. And I still to this day have people come up and say, how could you waste that money when there's so many poor people in the world? How could you take that money and waste it busting that perfectly good windshield? Well, they were all under warranty. Ford would produce them, and in those days they had problems with glass, and there'd be a little distortion, and Ford would warranty them, and we'd put a new windshield in them, so we'd bust that one that was out of warranty, and that got people's attention. And it did produce an image that I've never been able to live down.